Hello, welcome to another Wizard in the Wild. I'm Graham and this is Ellie, and it's coming up to New Year's Eve.
Yes, we're sat in our drive on Merv, in Merv on our drive basically because we can't go anywhere. We're in lockdown again, and I don't know if you can hear it, but it's absolutely pouring with rain. I mean, and it kind of sums up how 2020 has been, really, doesn't it? 2020.
Ghastly,
yes. 2020 has really been a very difficult year for everyone. I'm not overstating that really by saying that. It's been particularly hard for the NHS, all the frontline workers and the carers, and they've all held it together for the rest of us so that we can stay here sort of safe and well, and thank you. Others have struggled as well with their loneliness, and some have had financial difficulties where they've lost their jobs, so it has been pretty horrendous. And of course other people have lost loved ones to this wretched coronavirus. They've lost them well before their time. Anyway, it's fair to say that we've had our moments too, haven't we, dear? We've been in our house together, just the two of us, in lockdown several times, haven't we?
Yeah, well, you've been shielding as well, haven't you?
I have been shielding, yes. So obviously we haven't really done much at all. And it would be very easy to sit here and almost see 2020 as somewhat of a write-off, because there's a lot of things that a lot of people haven't been able to do.
Yeah, but we're not going to do that, are we?
No, we're not going to do that, because we sat and thought about this, and it feels really important to us to look at some of the good and positive things that did actually happen in 2020. And not exclusively, but a lot of the things that we take as positive were things that we did in Merv.
Yep.
When we were actually able to get out in Merv, they were some of the best times that we've had this year. And it's amazing really that we've been able to do that at all. So we're focusing very much on those moments, the little jewels, the little nuggets of happiness that have been during this year. And we decided that coming up to the end of 2020, this would be a good time to share them. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we've picked basically 4 trips. There's been a few more than that in the short breaks that we've been able to get out. So there's 4 trips that we want to talk about tonight.
Well, I think I'd like to start by thinking about our holiday in Three Cliffs Bay near Swansea.
Yeah.
It was a really, really special time, wasn't it?
It did rain there as well, though, didn't it?
It rained, yes, a bit like today. It rained a lot. Visiting Three Cliffs Bay was one of the most fantastic trips of the year, simply because it was just so amazing to be close to nature after being in lockdown for so long. I really enjoyed the first paddle I've had in more years than I care to remember. Maya and Luna weren't so sure about the paddling though, were they? So Graham had to carry them across the fast flowing water. It kind of makes you think that whatever is going on in the world, nature is right there in the moment, doing what it does best. After worrying like so many others about everything that's been going on, it was really grounding to feel the sand between my toes.
I think for me, one of the most memorable was the wild camping. It's the first time we have done this year, wild camping. And I must admit, we were a bit nervous to start with. It was a strange thing to do after spending all of our time on campsites. But it was really great, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fantastic.
We used quite a few locations, ranging from the Brecon Beacons to the edge of the Forest of Dean. And we had some lovely forest walks, campfires and some stunning views. Being in nature is what it's all about. We won't stop using sites in the future, but we will certainly wild camp when we have a choice between one or the other.
I don't think our year would be complete without thinking about our trip to Black Mountain. Is it actually in the Brecon Beacons National Park?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's on the west side of it.
Yes. We visited Black Mountain to wild camp, and it was actually on a freezing cold spell back in October. The wind was howling, and there were sort of really horrible sudden bursts of icy rain which sort of threatened to scupper our plans really. We seemed to spend ages just dodging the showers. Anyway, we did manage to get out for 1 or 2 bracing walks, and we managed to dodge most of the showers, and we retrod the steps actually that we took almost exactly 5 years ago. The mining history of the place lends another worldly feel to Black Mountain. Our daughter Catherine seems to think it's a bit like Iceland, but I've never been, so I can't really say whether it does or doesn't. But it is very, very strange there, like nowhere else. It's where harsh industry is beginning to morph into wild nature, the two sort of sitting side by side.
They used to mine lime there, didn't they?
They did.
Supply lime.
That's it, and some of the old lime mines are still there.
Yeah.
And the not the mines, the smelting places
Yeah.
where they used to mine and smelt.
Well, they used to melt it out of the rock, didn't they?
That was it, yes. And we had quite a good time looking at those, didn't we? All the old things that were there. For me, Black Mountain is one of the most beautiful and special places on earth. Last time I was there, 5 years ago, my mobile rang out of the blue. It was surreal, actually. It was my consultant at UCLH telling me that I was in remission from my cancer after my stem cell transplant. It was actually the best news in the best place. It was totally special and surreal, and something I will never forget.
Right, the second place that I would choose was quite significant in how it turned out. We did a trip to Pembury, and we stayed at for the first night we stayed at the Caravan and Motorhome Club there at Pembury. But boy, was it wet and blowing. We all seem to get wet and blowy weather.
Wet and blowy weather, yeah.
But we visited the Pembury Country Park, which is a great place. The beach stretches for miles. I think it's about 8 miles long. So we had a great day there. Then we went back to Merv in the motorhome. Went back there to the site. Spent the night there, and the next morning, wet walk with the dogs. But it was a bit of a turning point really, because we walked past what we then found out to was a Elddis CV. We instantly fell in love with it. It turned out that it was owned by a couple called Paul and Jane, and we spent a while talking to Jane about the van, and we got some great feedback from her about the van, but also a Facebook site that we signed up for. So Ellie and I talked about it afterwards, and we decided that we were really very interested in the Elddis CV. So we desperately wanted to see one. Well, it turned out, at the suggestion of Paul, that we had a look at Newport caravans, and we saw what's called a CV40, which is what we've ordered. Merlin's on his way, and we ordered it there and then from Newport Caravans, and that's how we got to this point. We're actually waiting for it to get a firm delivery date for it to arrive.
We're very excited about it.
So we're really looking forward to getting hold of Merlin, and we'll find out exactly when we're going to get the delivery date. That's still to be decided. But meantime, I've ordered a few things. Things like the Facebook site that we're signed up for. They're very good at giving advice, and I've already been advised of quite a few things. But I've already got this, which is going to allow us to dim the LED lights in the lounge area. I've got this, which is a battery maintainer, which I can wire that up inside Merlin to keep the battery in top charge. And there's also lots of other ideas that I've been given about how and where to fit shelves, just so that we can make it a little bit more customised for our needs. So yeah, really excited about that.
Yes, looking forward to all these little storage bits and ideas for making it look really nice inside as well, and making it really cosy, a bit like we have with Merv.
Yeah.
Making it our second home.
So we can't actually show you our Merlin, but we can show you this one.
Little Merlin.
And a picture of the CV40 that we've actually ordered.
So, I think all that remains now is to say that we hope 2021 is going to be a good year, a better year for everyone than 2020.
Got a feeling it's got to be better.
It's got to be better. Please let it be
Yeah.
better. And to wish everyone, you and yours, a safe and happy 2021. Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know, I've been sipping mine.